City walls have always told stories, but today they're not just talking, they're screaming. Screaming about the biggest issues we face. So today, we're going to dive into how street artists are turning plain old concrete into this incredible public stage for the conversations that will define our future.
And just look at this. It hits you right away, doesn't it? An older generation passing a burning world down to a child. This single image pretty much says it all. It perfectly captures this feeling that we're standing at a massive crossroads, stuck between the world we want to create and the one we might be leaving behind.
And that's really the key here. This isn't just art tucked away in a quiet museum anymore. Nope, street art has become this immediate, unavoidable tool for talking about crisis. It's public, it's in your face, and it makes you think about some pretty uncomfortable stuff on your morning commute. It's become a gallery for absolutely everyone.
All right, so first, let's look at how these artists are essentially sounding the alarm. They're using their art like a visual siren. This isn't about making things look pretty. It's about delivering a massive wake-up call, right there on the street.
The genius of this piece is all about the scale. These are tiny, tiny figures, but their message is absolutely enormous. The artist, Isaac Cordall, is serving up some serious satire here. I mean, these guys are literally debating the details while the water is rising around them. It's this perfect, brutal commentary on just talking until you drown.
And then you've got the master, Banksy, who just steps back and lets reality deliver the punchline. He paints, "I don't believe in global warming," and then the canal's rising water slowly starts to swallow it. It's just so brilliantly dark and funny, a perfect example of how the planet doesn't really care about our opinions. Nature itself is finishing the joke.
Wow. This piece from Dr. Love is just incredibly powerful. It shows us in the most stark way possible how desperately dependent we are on the very thing we're destroying. In this future, a tree isn't just something beautiful to look at, it's a piece of medical equipment. It's literally your last lung that you have to wheel around to survive.
Okay, now picture this. Neely Azevedo carves hundreds of tiny little human figures out of ice and places them on the steps in a public square. And then, she just lets the sun do its thing. What you get is this beautiful, haunting, and very temporary monument to our own fragility. And her work just perfectly captures this idea. We are vanishing, drip by drip. It's not about some big, sudden explosion. It's about a slow, quiet disappearance that you might not even notice until it's too late. It's a gut punch of a message. In a warming world, we are the ice sculptures melting away.
So, the conversation gets even more complex from here. Artists are also starting to explore this bizarre tension we're all living in, between our incredible technological progress and our planet's decline. It's a dialogue between our coolest digital dreams and our scariest global nightmares.
I mean, just look at these two visions of us merging with tech. On the one hand, you have this sleek, powerful, cybernetic woman. It's a vision of humanity upgrading itself, becoming better, faster, stronger. But then, you have the transhumanist over here, just awkwardly balancing on a unicycle while plugged into Google. So, which is it? Are we actually evolving, or are we just distracted?
And that really gets to the core of it, right? Are we so obsessed with upgrading our gadgets and ourselves that we're fundamentally downgrading the only planet we have? It's a really tough question, and these artists are making sure we can't just swipe past it.
But, okay, it's not all doom and gloom, not by a long shot. The same concrete canvas that holds all these warnings is also becoming a place for hope. A lot of artists are now moving past the alarm bells and are painting anthems for change, showing us what a better future could actually look like.
I absolutely love this piece by an artist who goes by Tabby. It's so simple, but so incredibly clever and optimistic. You've got a wind turbine, this symbol of clean energy, literally sweeping the streets clean with its blades. It's just a fantastic, hopeful image that shifts the focus from the problem to the solution.
And you see this everywhere. These artists aren't just critics anymore, they're becoming advocates. Their work is shouting about renewable energy, pushing for sustainability, calling for more forests, and reminding us to protect wildlife. They're basically painting a blueprint for a healthier world right where we can all see it. Which brings us to the final and maybe the most important point of all this. All of these huge issues, the warnings, the choices, the solutions, they all boil down to one thing: the immense power we hold in our own two hands. The power to create or to destroy. The sculptor Lorenzo Quinn said it perfectly. The hand holds so much power. The power to love, to hate, to create,
to destroy. And that really is the heart of it. Our hands can build an incredible world, or they can be the things that tear it all down. The choice, ultimately, is ours.
And this is that idea made real and made monumental. This is Quinn's sculpture, Support. Two massive hands rising right out of the water in Venice to hold up a building, to protect it from the very real threat of rising seas. It's a plea, sure, but it's also a powerful statement of hope that we have the power to save things too.
So, we're left with this question. The writing is, quite literally, on the wall. The artists have used their hands to shout their message to the world. So the real question isn't what they've created anymore. It's, what are we, all of us, going to do with ours?